So we're going to do something different this week. And some of you may know this little book we are on to the last page of. And what I'm going to do is a fabric landscape. Now, this is the photo that I'm using as inspiration. This is a tarn up on Scarfell Pike when I went on my holiday to the Lake District. And this is my inspiration. This is going to be my sky. And I want to get stitching. So just putting all these together. So one sky, and I do want to cover the sky with something else like this. But I also want to cover my water with that as well. So I'm trying to figure out how I can get my water in there. I'm going to chop a bit of this off. Choppity choppity. So we're going to have the water, and I'm going to have that. And I'm going to make sure my water is level, because water is always level. And then I'm going to cover that layer, I think, with this. And I'm not going to worry about chopping it all off yet. I just want those two to be a bit more subdued. So that's going to be the all you stuff. Right, let's put you that way. Okay, now try and flick up. Gotcha. And then we want some grass in the background, in the foreground here. And I'm thinking I'm just going to sort of fold it somehow like this. I don't know. I need to fold it, otherwise I'm going to see the water. So something like this. Or I could put something underneath so that it doesn't show through. But I'm not that fussed, you know. So we're going to cut that. That's going to come sort of like this. And we're going to have another bit of this coming out here, because that's sort of something like this. Maybe. No. How about this? This stuff. I could have this coming down. I may have to pin this. I wasn't going to, but I might have to, because it's very fine. Right, let's do one bit at a time. I'm going to pin it. I wasn't going to, but we are. We're gonna change our mind. We're gonna pin it. Okay, so let's put this down here, because I think that's pretty much where that's gonna go. I may change my mind. You know me, I may change my mind. And I'm gonna fold it a bit like this, because I feel like it. And that's gonna come down. Oh, do you know what? I'm not going to fold it, because it doesn't want to fold. I'm going to just leave it like that. Right. Must work with cotton next time. It'd be a lot easier. Right, how are you doing? Am I too far away? Let me come a bit closer and move up. Right, so you can actually see what I'm doing. Now this flimsy stuff, I'm thinking about folding and having it sort of come in this way. Like that. I'm just trying to get the sort of mountains right. And that is going to go over the top of that one. Something like that. I know my fingers are in the way. I'm sorry. I do quite like doing these. I've never tried to do it to a photo before, so we're going to do like a before and after. This is what it should have been like. This was the inspiration, and this is what happened. That's the sort of thing we're going for. Who knows what's going to happen? And I want the water there, so I might just screw this up like this and twist it and put that down like that. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll have a look and see. Okay, put you down. I'm leaving the photo at the top and you can see how I'm doing. Okay, and I think, oh, I had this for this darker bit that's in the background. So I'm going to think I'm tucking this in somewhere here. Only need a little bit. We're going to cut some of that up. And we're just going to pop this in here. This is just the first layer. There may be more layers. Okay, right. Oh, it's too high up there. Right, you can be pinned down. Come on, there we go. And I think that's it. I think we can leave you like that. That's sort of the mountains there. Now I am going to grab my cotton and do a quick basting stitch over this lot. I'm thinking I might need something here. So what I might do is just sort of that. I don't know. I might just leave it like that. I just want to bring it to the edge. And I'm going to cut that off because it's just annoying me. So you've gone. Okay, right, let's baste that down for a moment. And by basting, I'm just going to do some big stitches. Just to hold it in place while I do my, oh, here we go again. Here we go again. Should have left it doubled up, shouldn't I? So really big stitches. Just to hold it all down. I might not have enough, but we'll see. And I'm not going to be that worried if it moves, because, you know, it's only a bit of texture. Bit texture art. I'm going to come round like that, I think. And up. And I'm just going to go back along this one. And I think that will just hold down all the sort of edges that I keep wanting to pop up. And then I can take those pins out that I keep stabbing myself on. And we can start stitching. So I've got all my colours threaded. And let's just start stitching. So just straight stitches. Nothing that's going to be too complicated. And we're just going to start at the bottom and stitch our way up. What could be easier? What could be easier? There we go. So I don't know how this is going to turn out. We'll obviously embellish it a little bit more, but I just want to get all the pieces stitched down. So I hope you've all been enjoying your stitching, and maybe you've learned a new one. I'll be back with some more subscriber suggested stitches after I've finished this. I really just want to finish this book off. If you want to see all the rest of the pages, how I did them, then they are on my other channel, Recrafted with Carol. I'll leave the link in the description box so you can go back and have a look. There's also a whole playlist of slow stitching videos that I made before I decided to start a new slow stitching channel. And I'm just going to make one little one there just to finish the edge off. And I'm not worried if I'm not going straight to the edge, because as you know, I will be stitching this into the book because I'm putting it onto the backing paper. Fabric. Backing fabric is the word. Okay, you can not be in there. I will take out the basting stitches when I've finished, so you won't see the white. You don't have to take them out. It's personal preference. Some people leave them in, but they just hold everything down while you're stitching, and you don't poke yourself with pins. So I like them. I like doing it that way. As you can see, my stitches are not straight, they're not perfect, and that is how I stitch. So yeah, that's it. That's how we do it. We just enjoy it. Slow stitching. Mindful and just relaxing. And I don't worry if they're not perfect. I like embroidery and I like learning the stitches, but I'm not going to be fretting that I'm not in line. Definitely not me. So I'm going to come back, and hopefully I've got enough to go across. If not, I do have some more threaded. So that's the one thing I do off camera, is thread all my needles, because that can be a bit of a faff sometimes, can't it? I'm going to fold that one down so I've got some more water. So I'm going to tuck that down and fold and stitch that down there. Shouldn't be doing this with the tiny bit of stitch I've got left, but I want a more rounded edge. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to finish this because I think it's all going to go terribly wrong. Terribly wrong. And I've got another. Where's my pot? There it is. And I've got another one ready, so you know, I might as well use it. So what we're going to do is just make my tarn. That's what they're called. Our guide kept talking about tarns, and I was like, I don't know what a tarn is. And he said, it's that. And he pointed at this big, like, lake. Well, not a lake, it's not big. You can see how big it is. Not a lake. But it's a big pond, I would say. I don't know what the definition is of a pond. How big does it have to be a lake? I don't know. Right. So I think, are we going to catch that down? No, we're just going to leave that. We're going to leave it. And then we're going to start on the next colour, which is this one. This sort of orangey brown colour. And we're going to do exactly the same. And I might do tinier stitches, just because I feel like it. And I may do some couching as well. I don't know. So I'm just making my edge quite nice now. I may go over the edge. At the moment, I am just stitching it down. bit smaller in me stitching. I hope you're stitching along. Let me know what your project is, what you're up to. I like a few ideas. I've got so many ideas, but you never know. There may be more. I'm really looking forward to doing the sort of coral reef. I mean, I did this little rock garden, and that was so much fun. But I could do like a little coral garden, like under the sea coral garden. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? Oh, just think of all the stitches we could do. It'd just be like awesome. Nope. That's my computer telling me something's going on. I'm going to turn that off. I hope this looks cool when it's finished. It's going to be quite chunky to go in this book. Nothing else is this chunky, so we should be all right. We should be able to fit it in. But I do want to do more of this. This is sort of my I love the stitching. Don't get me wrong, I do love the stitching. But I also just love making these sort of textile pieces and putting fabrics together. I just don't think it's I just like it. I don't know. Anybody else like doing this? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Comment away. I always answer, and I love reading them. I love knowing what you're all up to, because I tell you what I'm up to. What have I been up to this morning? Oh, we went for a walk in the forest, and because I've been working and sitting down so much this week, as I've done like last week I did 5 days, and this week I've done 4 days, and I usually only do 3 days. So I've been sat down a lot because I work sort of on a computer all day. And oh, hello, we have a visitor. So when we went for the walk this morning, my leg was hurting, and I was like, we'd done about 2 miles, and I was like, I can't walk, I've got to stop, I've got to do some stretches because my legs are hurting. I'd got some sort of muscle strain because I haven't used my legs. Oh dear me. Yeah, not like me at all. Usually we're out doing cycling and all sorts. I did a little tiny bit of cycling on Wednesday, and that's all I've done this week. So, you know, a lot of sitting is not good for you. You need to be up and moving. And I've been sitting again today. Snowbell, how can I see what I'm stitching if your tail is in my face? Anybody think she's bothered? Anybody? Nope. No, she's not. She is not the slightest bit bothered. I think I can do one more row of this going along here. And what I might do is I might go along the top. You can come off. I'm not doing you. Snowbell's very distracting. I've got a tail right in my face. Snowbell, thank you. For those of you who do not know, my little cat, Snowbell, yeah, she loves to join in on the videos. I think it's actually tea time, so that is probably why. Tea time, lunchtime, and she thinks she's due some food. She's always thinking she's due some food. I'm going to come up here like that. I might not come up that high. I I might come down a little bit like that and go across the top just to hold that top bit down. What do you think? How's it going so far? I'm being stared at. I feel quite... Yes, yes. And now she's patting me. What is the matter with you? You are so grumpy sometimes. Okay, we are... Oh, we're not there. We've got another little bit to go. There we go. Okay, back to the back. As you can see, I must... Oh, look what I've done again. Do you know what? When that happens, I tend to do this and just tie a knot because I'm not threading my needle again just to tie it off. Oops. I will do a double if I can get that through. So, there we go. Yeah, I'm hoping the extra time at work is now over and I can just go back to my 3 days because, oh, talk about exhausting. Snowbell, I'm going to finish this, please. Could you move yourself, your little furry self? Right, let's get this bit down because this is just a bit that needs to go sort of as a background. So we're going to come, I'm going to use the blue that I'm going to use on the top. I'm going to do invisible stitches on this one. Still straight stitches, but just tiny, tiny ones. She says, tiny, tiny ones. She tries again. That hopefully don't loop up. There we go. Just for a bit of variety in the stitching. I could cut some of this off actually, couldn't I? Let's cut some of this off because there's like loads that I don't need here. There we go. Cut that off. Do you want this? Do you want to play with that? No, it's going in the birdie box. And I'm just going to tuck that in like that so it looks like it's hiding behind that mountain. Just like that. And then we're going to do some more little mini hidden stitches and come back. They're like seed stitches, just little seed stitches. Just holding it down. And I think I'm going to run out of light. So basically going to finish this bit off. Next time we will embellish this all up and see how it turns out. It's going to be quite interesting. And then we can start on a new project. I have a few ideas from Joanne. Okay, I'm going to do a poll. Oh, I can't do a poll. I haven't got enough subscribers. Okay, so I just have to ask you for now. I forget I can't do polls on this channel. So I've got a couple of ideas. Well, one idea was from Joanne, and the other idea is my coral under the water sort of theme. And the other one is my little caravan, my little daisy. And I want to know which project shall we do? We're going to make a collage, a fabric collage. So which one should we choose? Should we choose the old caravan and do a caravan one? Or should we choose the coral first? I will be doing both. Finish this off. So if you're enjoying the video and you want to see more, please do subscribe, guys. I'd really appreciate that. And if you would like not to miss any of my videos, then just hit that little bell icon and you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Easy peasy. I think we've now hit 25 minutes and I think now's a perfect time to leave this, and we'll come back next time and hopefully get it all finished and the book will be all done. So I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.